Hey everyone, welcome to Reno's World Podcast. I'm Reno Rains, and tonight we're diving into the mysterious Men in Black conspiracy. We'll explore the eerie history, shocking eyewitness accounts, and wild theories behind these shadowy figures who seem to silence anyone getting too close to the truth about UFOs. Before we jump in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into it. In the annals of UFO lore and Cold War paranoia, few legends loom as large as that of the Men in Black. From whispered encounters on foggy nights to explosive headlines in local newspapers, the shadowy figures in dark suits have long been credited, or cursed, with silencing those who dare to glimpse beyond the veil of our known reality. Over decades, multiple accounts, documented events, and even government-related hints have fused together into a narrative that is as compelling as it is mysterious. Factual chronology and documented encounters. The Maury Island Incident, June 1947. The roots of the Men in Black legend stretch back to the summer of 1947 on Maury Island, Washington. According to early reports, Harold Dahl, a Marine patrolman on a conservation mission near the East Bay, claimed to have witnessed what he described as 6 very large donut-shaped aircraft. In the ensuing chaos, Dahl's encounter took an ominous twist when on the following day, a man dressed in a dark suit appeared and warned him not to discuss the incident. This encounter, recorded in numerous UFO archives and referenced by researchers, set the stage for what would become a widely circulated tale of government agents tasked with suppressing extraterrestrial knowledge. The Albert K. Bender account, early 1950s. One of the most detailed and frequently cited episodes in Men in Black lore is the story of Albert K. Bender. In 1952, Bender, a resident of Bridgeport, Connecticut, established the International Flying Saucer Bureau, IFSB, with the aim of cataloging UFO sightings and advancing research into the unknown. Bender's passion for the paranormal and the unexplained soon led him into a series of eerie encounters. Within a year of founding the IFSB, he reported that on a seemingly ordinary day in July 1953, his Bridgeport home, located at 784 Broad Street, was visited by 3 men in dark suits. These mysterious visitors, who Bender later described in his 1962 book, Flying Saucers and the Three Men, allegedly communicated telepathically, warning him to cease his research into UFOs. According to Bender's account, the visitors confiscated copies of his newsletter, Space Review, and a foul odor reminiscent of burning sulfur filled the attic, marking the event as a turning point in his life and in UFO history. The Paul Bennewitz episode, 1970s Confrontations. Fast forward to the 1970s, when Paul Bennewitz, an individual deeply involved with UFO research in Arizona, became another high-profile victim of alleged Men in Black interventions. Bennewitz, who was investigating unusual aerial phenomena near Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico, reported that after becoming increasingly convinced of an extraterrestrial conspiracy, he was approached by government agents who fed him disinformation. His experience, marked by psychological torment and persistent harassment, is often cited by ufologists as evidence of a systematic attempt to neutralize independent UFO researchers. The cultural impact and expanding mythos. As these accounts gain traction, the Men in Black transform from isolated incidents into a pervasive element of modern folklore. Influential ufologists like Gray Barker played a pivotal role in popularizing the narrative through publications such as They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers, where he recounted the chilling details of Bender's encounter and coined the term Men in Black as synonymous with government silencing operations. This narrative found its way into television shows like The X-Files and films such as the 1997 blockbuster Men in Black. Starring Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, each iteration adding layers of embellishment, humor, and in some cases a reassuring veneer of heroism to the otherwise sinister legend. Documented evidence and media accounts. Additional sources such as articles from How Stuff Works and Discovery UK have contributed to a more extensive public record. These accounts detail the appearances of these enigmatic figures, describing them as agents who, on numerous occasions, seem to materialize at the scene of UFO sightings and alien abduction reports. Reports note that in some instances, These figures displayed an uncanny ability to vanish without a trace, fueling theories that they might be either highly trained government operatives, extraterrestrial beings, or even sophisticated androids designed to enforce silence. Furthermore, archival newspaper clippings and first-hand testimonies, such as those preserved at the Bridgeport History Center, have chronicled the Bender saga in vivid detail. Headlines like "Mystery Visitors Halt Research" from the Bridgeport Herald, November 29, 1953, lend a tangible historical context to these encounters. These accounts consistently emphasize the abrupt cessation of UFO research following these encounters and the eerie, almost ritualistic behavior of the visitors. Shaping the narrative: government, aliens, or machines. Over the decades, the Men in Black have been subject to a variety of interpretations. Government agents. The most widely accepted theory among conspiracy circles is that these figures are government operatives, possibly from secret divisions within agencies like the FBI or CIA, whose mission is to contain information about UFO sightings to avoid public panic or to safeguard national security. Extraterrestrial beings. An alternate theory suggests that these men are not human at all, but rather aliens in disguise. Proponents argue that their sometimes inhuman facial features, ability to vanish, and dispassionate demeanor hint at an otherworldly origin. Advanced androids. A less popular yet intriguing proposition is that the Men in Black are in fact mechanical beings or androids, created either by a clandestine government program or by the aliens themselves, to perform their secretive work without the vulnerabilities of flesh and blood. Each theory is supported by a blend of eyewitness testimony, government documents or the alleged absence thereof, and cultural reinterpretation through books, films, and television shows. Hashtag critical analysis and challenging the narrative. Now, as we transition into the analytical phase of our investigation, it is crucial to apply rigorous critical thinking to the evidence laid out. The accounts of the Men in Black, while tantalizing and richly detailed, are fraught with inconsistencies and a lack of verifiable physical evidence. Evaluating the evidence. The initial incident with Harold Dahl on Maury Island, for instance, occurred during an era when UFO sightings were rampant and often poorly documented. Eyewitness accounts from that period are notoriously unreliable, subject to the influences of mass hysteria and media sensationalism. Similarly, Bender's experiences, while extensively documented in his own publications and later in local newspapers, rely heavily on personal testimony. The physical evidence described, such as the smell of burning sulfur and sudden atmospheric changes, is anecdotal and lacks corroboration from independent scientific investigations. Moreover, the psychological dimensions of these encounters cannot be ignored. Many researchers, including prominent ufologists, have suggested that the intense stress of investigating unexplained phenomena may induce hallucinations or trigger psychosomatic responses. In Bender's case, his deep immersion in UFO culture and his eccentric lifestyle might have predisposed him to interpreting ambiguous events as paranormal. The role of media and cultural reinforcement. The cinematic reinvention of the Men in Black in the 1990s further complicates the narrative. Hollywood's interpretation, imbued with humor and fantasy, has sanitized and mythologized these figures, potentially distorting public perception. When popular media recycles and embellishes such legends, it becomes increasingly difficult to disentangle fact from fiction. This conflation of reality with creative storytelling may lead to a collective memory that favors the dramatic over the mundane, even in the absence of empirical proof. Alternative explanations. Several skeptical explanations have been proposed. Critics argue that many Men in Black encounters can be attributed to conventional law enforcement activities, misidentified by individuals already primed by conspiracy theories. The archetypal image of a dark-suited, uncommunicative official is a common trope in many societies, which can easily be misinterpreted as evidence of something nefarious when seen in the wrong context. Additionally, some of the reported telepathic experiences might be better explained by psychological phenomena such as mass suggestion, sleep paralysis, or even deliberate hoaxes designed to capitalize on public fascination with the unknown. Weighing the evidence. When the various strands of testimony, documented incidents and media representations are analyzed collectively, the picture that emerges is one of a complex folklore rather than a proven tangible conspiracy. Although numerous eyewitnesses have recounted chilling encounters and government documents occasionally hint at secretive operations, the absence of unequivocal, verifiable evidence leaves much to speculation. The historical context, a period rife with Cold War paranoia and rampant UFO sightings, suggests that many of these events may have been exaggerated or misinterpreted. Conclusion: truth or hoax? After an exhaustive examination of the documented facts, timelines, and cultural influences, the Men in Black conspiracy stands as a fascinating blend of history, myth, and psychological phenomena. The concrete evidence, such as newspaper articles and first-hand accounts, confirms that numerous individuals have reported encounters with shadowy figures following UFO sightings. However, when these accounts are scrutinized through the lens of scientific inquiry and critical thinking, significant gaps and alternative explanations emerge. Based on the available evidence and critical analysis, it appears that the Men in Black are more a construct of folklore and cultural reinforcement than a verifiable secret organization. The testimonies, while compelling, lack the corroborative physical evidence required to prove their existence beyond reasonable doubt. Thus, the narrative surrounding the Men in Black, as thrilling and deeply woven into our cultural consciousness as it may be, ultimately falls into the realm of myth rather than documented reality. Final verdict: the information supporting the Men in Black conspiracy, while rooted in genuine historical incidents and personal testimonies, does not withstand rigorous scientific scrutiny and is best regarded as a compelling urban legend rather than an established truth. This investigation leaves us with a legacy of mystery, a case where the allure of the unknown continues to captivate imaginations, even if the facts, upon closer examination, tip the scales toward a cleverly constructed hoax. That's a wrap for this episode of Reno's World Podcast. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive into the Men in Black conspiracy. If you found this discussion intriguing, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your engagement helps us continue to explore these fascinating topics. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the world around you.